I don't think anybody who comes to our employ these days is surprised at how many volunteers that we have. It's part of what we require of our branch managers. They are evaluated on their volunteer program development. They are evaluated on their Friends of the Library development, and they're evaluated on the annual volunteer thank you event where we do the rubber chicken. This year's theme was volunteer roundup, and so I ate 26 helpings of chili at every one of our events. They do the certificates, they do the plaques, they do all those things, and it's part of our corporate culture. There's no issue of whether volunteers are here to stay. It's what's the next level. I'm really potentially excited about where we might take the volunteer program, because I really do believe there's nothing that volunteers can't do. In terms of our staff, I think your quote about picking off the low-hanging fruit is appropriate in the sense is I have a great volunteer coordinator, and one of the things I have told her all along is you can't get 30 branches to go in the same direction at once. We always usually start, when we try a new volunteer program, we start with a pilot program. We call it a pilot program. And we still have some branches who don't do a very good job, branch managers who don't do a very good job. When we go to their events and we talk about the volunteer engagement, we talk to their city councils, they're just not there. But I don't have the resources or the luxury to worry about those 6 branches or 6 branch managers who don't come along. But we do have 24 or 25 really great volunteer programs, all supported. They are supported by our Board of Supervisors, they're supported by the city councils, they're supported by MAC boards and by the staff. We have political appointees and elected officials at all of our events. And so, you know, basically, it's part of what we do. I really haven't had significant opposition in terms of any of my unions or associations. I've read all the language. There's really not a whole lot there. And we share with the association about what we're going to do. I think there may be some issues in the next round as we kind of ramp up, because it's easy to say we're not going to supplant jobs, but the reality is that we have in some of our branches, we have David over there, we don't have to hire Paige in some of our branches. We have people volunteers who shove all those books. I mean, I have no doubt they're taking away a union job. I'm not really concerned about that. I think in today's economic climate and the reality these days, with support that we have from our cities and from our elected officials, volunteers are here to stay, and it's really what's the next level you're going to take it to. So I'm really excited about